We want to make life better for the American people. But I'm trying to figure out what leverage we actually have. What leverage do we have? Republicans have repeatedly lectured America. They control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. It's their government. What leverage do we have?
The fearless opposition party, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. There's nothing we can do. What do you want us to do? I'm gonna stand here as the House minority leader and complain about how we don't have any leverage when I could be messaging about how there's a robbery going on right now as we speak. The dismantling of the government agencies seeking to return money to Americans who are defrauded by the big banks. Can you maybe muster up enough energy to give a speech about that? House minority leader.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Hakeem Jeffries. God, the Democrats are so pathetic. They're so pathetic because if you don't agree with what the Trump administration is up to, if you don't identify as a Republican, if you didn't want to vote for Donald Trump, what other option do you have? Okay, the party that tried to run a decomposing corpse, and then when he got caught, they anointed the Democratic nominee. The party that keeps telling you that there's nothing they can do, whether they're in.
I mean, to be fair, it was gonna happen that way, almost certainly. Kamala Harris was almost certainly going to be anointed after Joe Biden dropped out.
Power or out of power?
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
So guys, you literally heard me sometimes sing this line. There's nothing we could do. There's nothing we can do. That's the Democratic mantra. And that they say that when they get in power. They're like, oh, the filibuster, the parliamentarian, skittle-boo. You're like, that's not even a word. It doesn't matter. There's nothing we could do. There's nothing we could do.
So pathetic.
And now that they're in the minority, here comes Hakeem Jeffries to sing the same song. There's nothing we could do. Then what? You know what? The American people believed you. You kept telling them that you can't do anything, so they voted you out of power because you can't do anything.
Yeah, that did get pretty bad. I remember back in 2021, just the amount of deflection to, oh, the parliamentarian, oh, we can't do anything. We can't get Build Back Better passed, sorry. That was pretty embarrassing from the Democrats. And the Republicans don't do the exact same thing. The Republicans aren't that meek, aren't that compromising. They don't just fall over like dominoes.
Why don't you man up and grow a spine and a brain and actually figure out a strategy? That moron just said, well, and the Republicans have the House and the Senate and the White House, and the Republicans message to the American people. Wait, why don't you message to the American people? You're doing a press conference right there, schmuck. Why don't you get out your message? I didn't think about that. Look, I need you to understand, these Democratic leadership, mainstream media told you your whole life about how venerated, oh, they're amazing people. They literally said when we were criticizing Barack Obama from the left, you don't understand, he's doing 4-dimensional chess. He 4-dimensional chess to no change at all other than Obamacare, okay? He 4D chess all the way to a giant bank bailout that made the Democratic Party deeply unpopular and lost 1,000 seats. And here comes Hakeem Jeffries to go, there's nothing I can do. They're dumb,
they're
right? And they're incompetent.
Incompetent, feckless.
Total losers.
Yep, 100%. This is it, this is the opposition party. So look, his explanation for why Democrats can't deliver for Americans right now is that Republicans just never let them get anything done, right? That's the role of your opposition party, Hakeem Jeffries. But isn't it amazing that when Republicans want something, they usually find a way to get what they want? Anyway.
Yeah. If they have power in any way, they usually will get it done. The only time they can't is when the Democrats have a trifecta.
He doubled down later in the same press conference. Let's hear what the House minority leader has to say.
We've made clear from the beginning, there's a season to govern and a season to campaign. We are in the governing season. And so we're ready to work together on any issue. But I'm also confused about the leverage that we allegedly have in the face of such an overwhelming mandate that was given to Republicans by the American people, according to them.
Listen, no one is stupid enough to think that Democrats have a modicum of power right now. They don't. They have no power right now. We all understand that. But how about take a look at the behavior of Republicans when they are not in power? You want to know what they do?
Yes, they throw temper tantrums and they scream and they go on Fox News and call Democrats all sorts of stuff. Yeah, they go ballistic and rile up their bases to get ready to vote in the next midterm or whatever the next election is.
Don't shut up. Okay, they're doing press conferences, they're doing congressional hearings, they're repetitive. Again and again, I mean the Hillary Benghazi thing. Every single day, Hillary Benghazi, Hillary Benghazi, Hillary Benghazi. Democrats though, oh, they cower. And then they tell their own supporters, shut up, there's nothing we can do because we don't have enough power. And then what they'll say is, we need to have control of Congress. And then everyone will get out the vote, they'll organize, they'll canvass, they'll fight real hard to ensure Democrats have the majority in Congress in both the lower chamber, Senate, And guess what they do with that power? Nothing. That's what Biden had. And then it was excuse after excuse after excuse for why they can't get their own agenda accomplished, even when they had.
Yeah, I mean, this happened under Biden within 4 years. It happened arguably under Obama within 8 years. Of course, he got reelected, and Kamala Harris did not get elected. So yeah, it was just a quicker time span under Biden. But yeah, the Democrats failed to deliver, and then Republicans took over and got a whole trifecta with them.
Control of the executive branch, and they had control of Congress. But don't worry, don't fret, because there's another Democratic leader who's gonna fight for us, and she's gonna explain how in this next clip.
My whole passion about being in politics is for the children. So what is it that we're doing for the children? I think that it would have been important for the children to not have Donald Trump be president of the United States. And that is, I would take every step necessary to make sure that didn't happen, but it did. And now we have to deal with it. And in about 6 or 7 months, you're going to see such a change. By the time we start our campaigns in this fall, for next fall, you're going to see a very different picture about the Democrats vis-a-vis Donald Trump.
Retire. She's sitting there and talking about like, don't worry, in 6 months, we might start fighting back.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Within 6 and 7 months when our campaigns start up, then we'll show you how great at taking on Trump we are. First of all, the campaigns really don't start at that point. I mean, well, I guess the midterms do. Most Americans are not paying attention to politics at that point anyhow. They're not paying attention during an odd numbered year. That's just the way it works. So she's wrong on that count. It's usually, I mean, like the summer before the actual election year, the midterm when it's happening. So like summer 2026 is when people are going to start paying attention. So no, unfortunately, Nancy Pelosi, you're wrong. People are tuned out of politics. Donald Trump won, and they're just moving on. And yeah, Democratic Party grandstanding isn't going to be that helpful now. We're just going to kind of need to wait and see how well Trump and the Republican Party handles it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been The More the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.